So I got asked about the arcade versus gaming experience. This is a real interesting topic. And if you didn't grow up in arcades back in the day, it's going to seem foreign to you. If you grew up playing PlayStation, you don't know anything about putting money in the slot machines. But, people burn and candle at both ends to do both. As someone who partook in both of them, they have different experiences. They hit differently. PlayStation is fun, as addictive. You end up be gaming and whatnot, and people got consoles and they have their phones and they do all kinds of things. But it's something about the arcade was fun because it was a getaway. You get into that think machine and you would disappear. I remember playing a lot of different games. Of course, I was a Pac-Man freak. So if I could hit that slot machine, and sometimes I had free quarters and play over and over and over and over. I remember one time went to a laundromat and I must have played for about 4 hours. I lost my mind. I was in ecstatic. That was the one of the ways that would get you sucked in. And gaming also can get you sucked in because you're participating. If you're doing indoor bowling or if you're playing ball or anything you're doing, it's a different type of measurement. Some people really get into it. They take the powers of it. They really lose themselves into it, and it's a way of escapism. But they do hit differently. I mean, asking me which one did I prefer, I like the arcade better because it meant I could probably take my bike and I could also, um, move around. Even though you move around with gaming in your place, there's nothing like moving around where you are actually in a position where you are taking in things that, you go different places. You're not limited. That was the cool thing about going to the arcade on a weekend or something like that. You could actually do stuff and you could go places and you were exercising outwardly in the elements, not that you were confined. So, um, it was definitely something that I would say that was a wanted situation. So, I look at it like that was an art into itself. It was definitely something that that I would say that would definitely be something that was cool. Um, it hits differently for different people. Depends on your experiences. Depends on, again, what the eras. Because arcades they kind of fell off after the 90s. They are making a comeback, but it's not quite the same as like going back in the day when that was the real, the wheel of the world, especially with options. Because let's be realistic, malls are pretty much obsolete. Yeah, you still have some stores in some places, but it's not going to be like it's that's not the same hit. That's not the same hit today, and it's not the same vibe to sit there. But oh, buddy, to go, because like a lot of times I would go to arcades or go to places where they have playrooms and stuff like that, and places end up getting shut down. And this was pre 2020, pre 2019 and stuff, because it just wasn't the same. I mean, there were people come there to play certain games, but it depends on where you live, depend on what you're into. So anyway, that it's an interesting debates about arcades versus gaming, and sometimes to blend the hybrid together, but they just hit differently for me though. I mean, they really don't hit all quite the same. They have a different connotation because I thought the arcade gave you more options to get out to do things. Gaming pretty much makes you recluse, and I do think there's almost a conspiracy theory to keep you ISO, to keep you on Zoom, and I like the arcade, but again, that was a different era, different time. But tell me what you think. Which side are you on? Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another, and share it if you like, and hit that membership because when you do, videos like this that request that I will bring them forth. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay real, stay woke. I'm on one time. Peace.